I find it interesting Obama cannot talk about himself. He cannot explain his own virtues, why it's worth us electing him president. He has to rip other people apart, lie about them. Just this afternoon, Greta, Bill Burton, the spokes hack for Obama, was interviewed on National Journal Radio by Tammy Haddad, and Bill Burton actually said two things. He said that, of course, we're going to keep talking about Limbaugh because that helps us identify McCain. Well, John McCain and I are not that close, particularly on immigration, on a host of issues. We're very tight on Sarah Palin, obviously. It was a great decision. But they're running against me. They think that they can tar and feather McCain by linking him to me. But, of course, we can't link Obama to Jeremiah Wright. We can't link Obama to Bill Ayers. The other thing he said is the purpose of my radio show is to defeat Obama. It's like, yeah, I've been in this business 35, 40 years, and I've been waiting for this moment. I have preparing for all these years to beat Obama. I mean, this is just, I find it all amazing, and I'm flattered by it all, but you got to respond rapidly when they start lying about you and taking you out of context, especially in foreign language ads where they're trying to create racism. I really think this is the tactics of the old segregationists, and I think anybody who would employ these kind of tactics is unworthy of the presidency, and that's Obama. I think he's a disgrace.
All right, explain to me, I know that what you've said is that you are different from, or you take different positions on some things from Senator McCain, but can you tell me specifically in this ad where it is that he's trafficking in prejudice?
Where he's trafficking in prejudice?
Yes. What was it that was in the ad?
What's in the ad is that he claims that I said Mexican illegal immigrants are dumb and stupid, which I didn't say, and he also takes an excerpt from a commentary I did in which I was parodying Mexican law, Mexican immigration law, in which I said, while going through Mexican immigration law, immigrants to Mexico have to shut up, you can't participate in the political process, or get out. He portrays both those comments as about illegal immigrants. One of the comments was made to a caller in 1993. The other was from a morning update commentary I did in 2006. So the prejudice is trying to make these Hispanic audience members watching this ad think I hate them, think I dislike them, think I want nothing to do with them. I've never said that. I have never in any way, shape, matter, or form said illegal immigrants are dumb and stupid. I have never told them to shut up and get out, not once. Now, I don't know what you call that, if you want to just call it lies, but it's certainly prejudice because he's trying to gin up anti-American sentiment, anti-Republican sentiment with lies to people who are maybe illegal in the country, may be legal or what have you, but he's pitting groups of people against each other left and right here. And that's, I mean, I don't know what you'd call it. It's not just prejudice, it's bigotry. It's flat-out racism.
Well, what the campaign, at least from what you tell me about the interview with Tammy Haddad, is that they are trying to align you and Senator McCain together and use your statements and take your statements out of context to poison against Senator McCain. Now, you don't agree with Senator McCain on immigration. Are there other issues that separate the two of you?
Yeah, but let me focus on this because you just nailed the one of the biggest fraudulent aspects of the ad. They're trying to compare. They lie about what I said, take it totally out of context, and then say that this represents McCain's view. Now, one thing that the Hispanics of this world know is that McCain was for total amnesty. He was for comprehensive reform. He does not share one opinion of mine other than now he's come around on closing the borders first, and that's an insult. He's insulting the intelligence of these people.
Rush, are you paying any attention to what's going on with Russia and Venezuela right now? Because nobody's talking about that in the context of this election, and I'm a little bit surprised at that.
I'm a powerful, influential member of the media. I'm paying attention not only to that, I'm paying attention to the Russians sending an anti-missile defense to the Iranians to guard against any kind of attack that might be mounted against them. I think I had a soundbite from Joe Biden from last year in 2007 when he was campaigning, and he said this issue of national security, we cannot afford to have somebody who cannot throw down on the table an unmistakable list of qualifications. The reason you're not hearing about it, Greta, is because the drive-by media driving the news doesn't want to bring all this stuff up because Obama's not qualified for this. Obama has said the wrong things about dealing with these kind of enemies. He wants to bring them to the Oval Office without any preconditions and so forth. So it's not in the drive drive-by news, and I'm excluding Fox from that. It's not in the mainstream media because they're shielding any controversy that could redound negatively to Obama. But
now, you mentioned experience. I don't think anyone would disagree that both Senator Biden and Senator McCain have experience. There's been criticism of Senator Obama and Governor Palin on the experience. How do we, as voters, look at the experience question as it relates to Governor Palin and Senator Obama?
Well, here's how I would look at even the so-called experience of Senator Biden. What good is experience if you're wrong all the time? Senator Biden was wrong about surge. Senator Biden was wrong about the Gulf War in the early 90s. Senator Biden was wrong about the Iraq War now. So many times Senator Biden has gotten it wrong. Obama, we can judge his experience by his tendency to be critical of his own country. In Berlin, look what this guy, Greta, do you know that he went, when his trip, his little intern trip this past summer, he went to Baghdad and he begged the Iraqi foreign ministry to delay any agreement to withdraw U.S. troops till after the presidential election. He was interfering in U.S. military diplomatic policy in violation of the law. McCain ought to be on this like white on rice. And here's Obama telling his supporters, we're going to get out of Iraq. We can't win there. I'm going to get out. First thing I'm going to do. He doesn't want him out till 2011 or 2012. Now, the dirty little secret reason why is he wants to be able to claim victory. He wants to be able to claim it from George W. Bush. But this, and then run into Berlin and say, my country has lost some of its luster or whatever. He said, we're not as great as we once used to be. That's enough to tell me that he has a negative enough opinion of this country, doesn't have enough faith in it as it exists, that he's not qualified. Biden's experience is he's wrong on so much that what good is his experience?